Who the hell is going to start at quarterback for our beloved Vikings in the final week? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus and big old mystery. Who is going to be our starting quarterback for the final week against the Lions? Playoff implications still exist by about that much.
New week, same damn mystery for these Minnesota Vikings. Who will be the starting quarterback? We are going to answer that. Before we do, hit the subscribe button if you have not yet done it. We just hit 10,400. We surpassed the mark.
What a milestone.
Finally, feels so damn good. And yes, who will be the starting quarterback for the Vikings for what could be the final game of the 2023 season?
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell already saying the decision is made. He's not announcing it yet because he hasn't been able to talk to the players. The players won't be there today. So I'm assuming whoever it is will come out tomorrow. But the decision's already made. He knows. And we're going to talk about each one. So, I mean, let's just go through each one quick. I mean,
let's go with the easy one. Let's start with Jaron Hall. Again, just this spot was too big for him. He looked lost. He looked confused. I can't imagine. His percent chance is below 1.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jaron Hall. Kevin O'Connell's press conference today, he was talking about Jaron Hall, and he was talking about how, he hopes he can build on his tools over the summer and all this stuff. Nothing really like, hey, this is a great chance to get him out there, get some playing time. He was talking more in the future. So yes, I think Jaron Hall is 0%.
Yeah, and then you got Josh Dobbs, who was brought up even in the post-game presser a little bit. I don't know, just how bad his performance was the last couple of games. I would be shocked if KOC went back to Josh Dobbs because that was some bad football that we had to watch, and the offense couldn't get any yardage or points when he was quarterback.
Well, just quick back on Jaron Hall, when in a game that is pretty much meaningless, would you want to see him out there? I mean, a lot of people in the comments are like, just put Hall out there, just get him some experience.
No, I've seen enough.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this would do more damage to him than anything if he had another bad game. So you're right. So yeah, back to Josh Dobbs. Dobbskis. We'll say who we think is going to start quarterback at the end. But Dobbs, it would be a little bit of a surprise. All of a sudden, he just is back there. When it comes to Dobbs and Mullins, Dobbs, he's on a 1-year contract. I mean, after this, he's not signed for anything else. Nick Mullins is signed through next year. If we do cut him, we don't really eat much anything. We save almost his entire salary. So there's a little food for thought.
Yeah, and Mullins, I mean, he wasn't the savior. He didn't come in at halftime and light the world on fire against the Packers, which was a little surprising against that horseshit defense, but they played well last night. Nick Mullins didn't play so great, so he was able to get some yardage, some points on the board, but those 6 turnovers in 2 games was why he was benched. So, again, 3 options. It's like trying to pick the turd that floats the highest in the toilet.
Why do you have to pick that?
I don't know. If you're picking, that's what you're picking between.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll have to play that game sometime. Nick Mullins, we only scored that touchdown because of Najee. If we didn't get that field position, we wouldn't have scored. Here's the way I look at it. Nick Mullins, everybody knows exactly who he is. I don't see any reason to play Nick Mullins. Jaron Hall, I don't think he's going to play. Josh Dobbs, I think, brings the element where he's either going to be horrible Josh Dobbs or that tiny chance he does something like he did in those first few games. And I think that's what they need. They need a Hail Mary to even think about beating the Lions. The Lions, who are clearly pissed off, are going to come out swinging. So I actually think they're going to start Josh Dobbs. I think Josh Dobbs is going to get the start.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it'd be Nick Mullins again. I think
what do they benefit from that?
I don't think you want to go end the season with 4 straight losses. That's gross. That carries over into the offseason, carries over the start of the season. And I think he's going to look at it and think, okay, Nick Mullins will give me my best chance to win. We almost won with him last time we played the Lions. So I think that will be his reasoning, that he'll go with Nick Mullins. Upside, there's no upside. But I think, when it comes down to it, he probably gives the team the best chance to win.
But he hasn't won yet, has he?
Well, I mean, he came in the Raiders game.
I think he gives him the Raiders game. Yeah, it's a crapshoot. Nobody knows. I would go with Dobbs. I hope they go with Dobbs. And for some reason, I think Kevin O'Connell loves Josh Dobbs more than he probably should. I mean, it took him so long to pull him, and I think he might actually be looking at him to bring him back as like the third quarterback next year. I think Nick Mullins is gone. There's no way in hell he's coming back.
I don't know. I think the flip-flopping's over. I think he'll just stick with Mullins, ride it out.
All right, let us know in the comments who you think it will be, who you want it to be. And Lupagus sounds like he wants and thinks Mullins. I'm going Dobbs. I'm going Dobbs, and neither of us think Hall.
Yep, and remember this: where you're thinking who's going to be starting quarterback for the Vikings this week. Both male and female walruses have tusks.